What's up, YouTube friends? Texas Kev here, changing things up a little bit tonight. I promise I won't make a habit of it, but man, tonight I watched some of Magnus's videos. Actually, I watched Creep Show with my little kids. They'd never seen it before. Had a 2-year-old watching Creep Show. She loves it, but inspired me to watch some of Magnus's videos. And man, Magnus has such a wide variety of different movie genres and stuff, so that's one reason I felt compelled to show this Star Wars collection. I've always liked Star Wars, man, since I was a little kid, and you know, kind of grew out of it, and then in the late 90s got back into it and collected prop replicas throughout the 2000s. And then started getting into these 1/6 scale figures just for the hell of it. So this is actually the start of my 1/6 scale collection. Sideshow Jason and Freddy, though, those are my first actual Sideshow figures, which then, you know, came out prior to their Star Wars figures. So anyway, with that being said, another reason I'm showing these is because I may be thinking about you know, letting them go. I really want to, I got some visions and some plans for my horror collection, and one of the ways to achieve that is, you know, to let things go, you know, between family and work and, you know, life in general, man. Sometimes in order to support a hobby, you gotta let some things go to, you know, move on to other things. So with that being said, man, I got several Star Wars things, you know, 1/6 scale, but this is my custom collection. These I've all modified and done something to them, so I'm going to get into some of these, you know, show them to you, tell you about them. But start with Darth Vader. He's the Sideshow figure, and all I did to him was two things, basically. One is I fixed that damn dome. You know, like I said, I've collected prop replicas for quite some time, and I'm pretty familiar with Darth Vader's helmet from the first movie and the way it should look, you know, from front to back. And I had to fix that dome, so I changed the dome out and painted it, and you know, he's a lot more accurate now helmet wise. And also, he was just too damn tall, man. I mean, he's a really cool figure. His outfit is just completely sharp. But and the way he holds his lightsaber is awesome, his posability. But man, he was just too damn tall. You know, if you put him with Obi-Wan, you know, he just towered over everybody. So I fixed his height by changing his boots out. These are actually off of a statue that were customized into boots. And they actually have ball joints, just like the original figure, so his feet can pivot and move around. But anyway, he has a lot more of a realistic stance now. And his boots, let me see if I can zoom in on them here. They're the right size. They look like they're leather, and they don't look like a damn size 28 basketball size shoe anymore. So anyway, fix that, and he's one of the coolest ones out of the bunch. Because I mean, Darth Vader's just I mean, he's the villain of the series, and he's just badass. Luke. The only thing different about this figure is the paint job, and we're going to be talking about some of these paint jobs, but they were done by Darren Carnell in the UK. Anyone that's familiar with customizing and such, you're familiar with his work, I'm sure. But his paint jobs are dynamic, and the paint job on this figure in general is dynamic. It almost looks as if he's looking you in the eyes. His eye paint is so accurate down to the pupil. So shout out to Darren if you're watching this. Just did a kick-ass job on all these head sculpt paint jobs. So I thought about putting him on a Sideshow body a few times, but I didn't like the way the neck and the chest lined up and matched on the Hot Toys, so I just left him alone. Sideshow did a damn good job though with the weapons, man. They're very, very accurate. Like I said, I collect several of the prop replica weapons, from lightsabers to blasters, and like I said, Sideshow did a really good job on that, especially the Obi-Wan lightsaber hilt. They really killed that job, nailed it. But the paint job on this figure was horrible, so once again, this is a Darren Carnell job. I mean, he looks like a portrait. I mean, it's just completely kick-ass. Han Solo, also a Darren paint job on a sideshow body. Sideshow body, there's not much hope for it. I mean, you can't get him to stand like Harrison Ford, but paint job saves the figure, so he's definitely worthy. And of course, that's the exclusive blaster, the one that he nailed Greedo in the ass with, which is that one there. Very accurate, down to the weathering and such. Looks like it has a real wood handle, so they did a good job. Luke, this one I put probably the most work into because although that's a Darren Carnell paint job, the costume and the body and the weapons and the belt were all modified. The boots were modified. You know, he's still the right size and height. That, you know, he should be slightly shorter than Han and a stormtrooper, but the sideshow body, man, the body was no posability. Shoulders were too damn broad, and the costume was way too clean. The belt pouches were incorrect, so I fixed all that, weathered him, retailored the costume, you know, shortened down the boots. So anyway, he's a very well done, realistic in the item in the piece, the collection, whatever shit. You gotta forgive me, man. I've been sick and I'm all clogged up with sinus allergies, so anyway, bear with me. Stormtrooper, gave him a gloss finish, and the sideshow was just real dull and flat looking, so I shined him up, shined up his lenses and his eyes, so he's pretty accurate. And sideshow really nailed his blaster, so very accurate weapon on him. Leather holster, so pretty good job. Then you got Obi-Wan and Anakin. This is how I found out about Darren. These are custom paint jobs as well as custom sculpts, and I think these are Darren. I'm not for sure. I can't really remember, man, to be honest with you, but the sideshow Obi-Wan was horrible, and this one really is an improvement. Very thankful that, you know, whoever did this did a really good job. I think it was Darren though. Shit. Anakin, oh shit, man, he's really awesome. Down to the scars on his face. Very accurate likeness. Sideshow bodies. You know, the only thing on them is the heads and the paint is basically. And then the Emperor, man, this is the Revenge of the Sith Emperor, Darth Sidious. His costume completely sucked. I hated that all the way to the movie. He just looked like a little bitch in that little red costume. Looked like Red Riding Hood. That's what I hate about those prequels, man. They just got a little bit too crazy with some of their shit. But still a kick-ass character. You could look at him as, you know, the other half of Darth Vader. So he's a kick-ass figure, and I basically just changed his robe out. And if I was to customize, you know, another Star Wars figure, it would definitely be Greedo. Greedo is just kick-ass character, one of my favorites. Han Solo nailed him in the ass. But, you know, the sideshow figure, man, what I would do is change the body out and retailer and weather the costume on him. So, you know, I may do that in the future. I've just been in horror mode lately. Hell yeah, that's what I'm talking about right there. You got to put a little Jason action in on this, you know. And like I said, man, you know, this is the 80s right here for me. Late 70s, don't remember shit, but the 80s, man, Star Wars was the thing, especially the early 80s, and you know, went from that to this. So anyway, man, that's my Star Wars collection. Like I said, if somebody out there's interested in it, man, just at least at this point we could talk about it. I would, if I do let it go, it needs to be in 1 or 2 you know, sets gone. They need to go to a good home. You know, I don't want to sell them piece by piece and separate them, man. They all need to go wherever they're going together. Very unique set. But anyway, man, I'm just wanting to move my Star Wars stuff out to make room for, you know, more of his companions. you know, in order to do that, man, I gotta let some things go. I'm already listing my lightsaber props from the prequels on eBay. This is a pretty unique set here for people that are into that type of collectible. So anyway, man, if you're interested in any of this, just let me know, and